Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Daily Debate. My name is Ahmed Nader and tonight we're going to focus on the role of Egypt as a cornerstone for peace and sustainable development in the Middle East, and we will be specifically focusing on the statements made by Foreign Minister Dr. Badr Abdulati when he was speaking to the United Nations General Assembly Secretary Antonio Guterres regarding the Gaza conflict and the latest developments and the transition to the second phase and the implementation of the second phase of the plan put by the US President Donald Trump to be reaching a complete ceasefire in the Palestinian territory. However, we'll be starting straight away with the main top stories for today, as President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi issued a presidential decree number 17 for the year 2026 on Sunday, calling upon the House of Representatives to convene on Monday to inaugurate the ordinary round of the third legislative chapter. Earlier, the head of state issued a decree announcing the end of the sixth ordinary session of the second legislative chapter of the House of Representatives. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives will hold an opening session on Monday to inaugurate the first ordinary session of the third legislative term. Councillor Ahmed Banna, Secretary General of the House of Representatives, said that following the issuance of the Presidential Decree number 17 for the year 2026, the General Secretariat of the House of Representatives immediately published the agenda for the opening of the third legislative term, scheduled to be held on Monday at the new capital. Earlier, the House of Representatives received on Sunday the winner MPs in the final round of the parliamentary elections at the headquarters of the Parliament in the new capital. The MPs are to receive the membership cards and complete the rest of the admission measures. Half of the seats were filled through the closed party lists and the other half by the individual candidates, while 5% of the MPs were appointed directly by the President. The elections took place across 27 constituencies in 10 of the first phase governorates. On another front, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli said that localizing the industries affiliated to the renewable energy is a cornerstone for boosting the energy security and the green transformation. Madbouli was speaking during the inauguration of 9 factories affiliated with the Economic Authority of the Suez Canal. He also witnessed the signing of the deals in the field of renewable energy in the economic zone. Madbouli said that the deals worth $1.8 billion come within the framework of boosting the local value chains. He said attracting such investments reflects the confidence of the international companies in the investment atmosphere in Egypt. And finally, Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati asserted the Egyptian complete rejection and the condemnation of any unilateral measures or attempts to impose the parallel entities or create a new political reality outside the internationally recognized legal frameworks. This came during Foreign Minister Abdulati's meeting with the Somalia counterpart Abdessalam Abdi Ali on the sidelines of his participation in the meetings of the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation. Abdulati confirmed Egypt's commitment to continuing providing support for building Somalian institutions and the efforts to establish security and stability, combating terrorism and extremism, stressing the necessity of concerted regional and international efforts to confront terrorist attacks and eradicate the roots of terrorism. And we will be heading to the first report of the Daily Debate for tonight, focusing on the statements made by Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati to the United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres regarding the rejection of Egypt towards the division of the Gaza Strip. We'll be having more details in the upcoming report, so stay tuned.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdelati discussed with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres last week the latest regional developments. Abdelati reiterated Egypt's categorical rejection of any measures that would divide the Gaza Strip or undermine territorial integrity linking Gaza and the West Bank. The Egyptian Foreign Minister called for a transition to the second phase of the U.S. peace plan, including a full Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, formation of a technocratic committee to administer the territory, and deployment of an international stabilization force to oversee the transition. He stressed that any post-war arrangements must ensure the rapid delivery of humanitarian aid and create conditions conducive to early recovery and reconstruction. The call also touched on developments in Sudan, where Abdelati stressed the need to work towards a humanitarian truce leading to a comprehensive ceasefire. He emphasized preserving Sudan's sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity, supporting its national institutions, and ensuring unimpeded access to humanitarian aid. Moreover, Abdelati condemned the grave violations against civilians in Al-Fashir and North Kordofan and called for protecting civilians. The talks also addressed the crisis in Yemen, with Abdelati reiterating Egypt's support for the country's unity, territorial integrity, and national institutions. He stressed the need for de-escalation and comprehensive political settlement through Yemeni-led dialogue to restore security and stability. Furthermore, Abdelati condemned Israel's unilateral recognition of the self-declared Somaliland region as a violation of sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity of Somalia and a breach of international law and the United Nations Charter. He added that the Israeli move set a dangerous precedent with ramifications for regional and international security, reaffirming Egypt's support for Somalia's unity and territorial integrity. Moreover, the Foreign Ministry stated that the Egyptian Foreign Minister praised the UN Chief just and wise stances in addressing various regional and international issues. He also reiterated Egypt's full support for the role of the UN in maintaining international peace and security. In return, Guterres commended Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's role in supporting security and stability in the region amid enormous regional challenges. Guterres also expressed his appreciation for Egypt's firm commitment to the principles of the UN Charter and its efforts to promote international peace and security. The phone call highlights a continuation of close coordination and consultation between Egypt and the United Nations in a manner that serves interests of the peoples and supports efforts aimed at achieving security, peace, and development at both regional and international levels.